Morning again. Joe here again, part two. This is the stuff I picked up at the swap meet. Well, let's start off with this one. This is not something I picked up at the swap meet. This I bought on eBay. I don't know, quite some time ago. I mean, this was a few months ago. This was before I got hospitalized. I'm not much of an airplane guy or tank or any of that, but this is a kit I built back when I was a kid when this TV show was on air. Now, many of you younger guys aren't going to remember it. I think it only lasted a season or two. I don't remember. I don't think it's streaming anywhere. It might be. I gotta look. But Bubba Black Sheep was about a squadron of guys that didn't quite follow by the rules. Major Pappy Boynton's Corsair, but he was the leader of this group. He explains it all here. The Black Sheep, group of Marine Air Corps, awaiting reassignment and court martial. They were kind of the bad boys, but they got the job done type of guys. So anyhow, I built this back as a kid, probably, early, it might have been even almost rolling into my early teens, 12, 13 years old, maybe somewhere around there. I bought it because it tied into the show at the time, and I built it out of the box. I didn't paint a damn thing. And I remember, playing around with it and finally, probably blew it up with firecrackers or something like most youths do. And it just occurred to me, I really got to build that again. So now I could build it right. But it's all here. It's a whole kit. Ta-da. But, it's saying to build it, paint it this color and paint this part this color and paint this. And, I'm going to have to find out what colors some of those are. I'm sure between Tamiya and all that and some of the other paint companies, they'll probably, they'll have it. Because they're just saying, oh, look at this. Use flat white, flat black, and flat dark blue. But there's other colors. I know there's colors for the cockpit and all that. And I could probably ask some of the military plane guys, like, hey, what colors make it accurate, I know a lot of the interiors on planes were that sort of greenish color. But yeah, so I bought that. So anyhow, at this show yesterday, there wasn't as many vendors as normal, it seemed. And some of the stuff I was looking for, I couldn't find, or I couldn't find it at the right price. And then, as usual, I draw a blank when I get there, and I can't remember what the hell was I'm looking for. I remembered a couple things, and I couldn't find them, so I got this. Now, I wanted the Surfer van again to do another one of those versions, because I did one. If you look on my older channel, you'll see it's one of the last videos. It's in gold and brown, and I used some of the factory graphics. The Surfer van that had this the Van 70s decals. I posted it, and one of my slot car customers said, "That'd make a great slot car. You ever want to sell it, let me know." And I didn't really want to sell it. I put some love and work into the model. And but because I was out of work and getting short on cash, and unemployment hadn't granted me yet, I messaged him and said, "Look, you want it? I'll give it to you. This amount if you want the whole kit and disassemble it yourself, or this much if you just want the body." So he just bought the body. So in my model room over here, there's the chassis and interior and engine sitting there, all assembled. So all I need to do is paint up another body and, the bumpers or whatever, and drop it over this chassis and it's done. Now, I'm not going to do the Fanta stuff. I'm either going to get some kind of universal decals, do my own paint job, a combination of paint and decals, kind of like I did on the last one. But I looked all over the damn place. Van kits in general were... This is the only one I've seen at the whole show. One. And I kind of forgot about it. I was almost gave up. And then I saw the Fanta version, and I got a good price on it. Cause I think he was asking 20, and he gave it to me for 15, or 25, and he gave it to me for 20. Either way, it was wrapped. It had shrink wrap on it when I brought it home. So yeah, I got another van to do. Excuse me. You got the new issue of the basically Monogram kit. I wish they would just put Monogram on it, because that's who originally did it. It does have Redline tires now, and then it has the fat tires too for the back. Not super fat, but it has the parts from the 2-in-1 version of the kit also. But yeah, I got that. I picked up an old classic here because I wanted to order the drop axle kit from Iceman. And this was a reasonable price, so I think it was 20 bucks. Excuse me. Damn, got the yawns. Got the old coupe. This was wrapped when I brought it home, by the way. I think this was 20 bucks. This has, you know, the Krager wheels and stuff. I might use those on the GTO. Who knows? I think this is this 125th or 124th. Now this is a 124th. This was Monogram too at one time. It's funny how they went Monogram, Revell Monogram, and then just back to Revell. It's confusing for a lot of the younger people that don't know about the merger of the companies, and they don't know what kits were truly Monogram and which ones are which. Generally, if it's 124th, it was definitely Monogram. As far as I know, Revell never did 124th. So, if you don't know for sure, if it says 124th, it was originally a Monogram. Then I picked up the reissued Street Machine. Now, there are no stock parts in this, even though it wouldn't take much to make it stock. But this engine definitely isn't, with that manifold and the valve covers. But you could put a basic engine in there if you wanted to make a stock one, and you could put some rally wheels from another kit or some Steelies. But yeah, it's the same old kit. Comes with a lot of decals, most of which I probably wouldn't use anyhow. But yeah, I picked up that, and that was about it. I seen a few more, but nothing I didn't already have, and I just wasn't as enthused yesterday as I'm normally at these shows and spending as much. So yeah, I picked up that, and that was about it. And now I got to go run to the store and get a few things, and got to run up to the hospital again and visit my mom. She's still in there. Well, they moved her to another hospital, which is on the other side of town. So I'm going to move up there, head up there and visit her in a while, and for a little bit, and then might come home and do some things, and that's about it. So hey, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and or subscribe. Buying more kits, that's just what I need. Ha ha ha. But anywho, I'm going to get my butt moving. So thanks for watching. We will talk to you later. I'm out.